And by the looks of things, Chris, we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy Friday with me, Jim the Editor. As usual, or as has become our custom, we are joined by my faithful friend, Chris from Pokemaniacal. How you doing, Chris?
I'm still alive, in spite of everything.
Well, we'll get into what that everything is in a wee bit. Why don't we start playing some games?
Let's.
Alright, well, here we are. Mt Gagazet once more. Why is it not unpausing? Here we go. Whew! Had a moment there. Mt Gagazet once more. Of course, we're doing a few trials at the moment. And failing these trials fairly miserably, or at least miserably when we don't have Yuna around. Of course, if anyone is new to this series, welcome, for one. But we're doing a funny old playthrough where nothing is quite as it seems, is it, Chris?
No, everything is as it seems, it's just that everything is terrible.
Well, our usual suspects, the usual roles have been subverted somewhat, and we've got brand new roles for everyone in the team. So, Tidus is our black mage, Waka is our white mage, Riku is a thunder-only magic specialist, Auron is our sneak thief, Kamari is our heavy attacker, who am I missing? Lulu is our speedy attacker, Lulu is our Tidus, and Yuna is our accuracy person. So everyone is doing a role that they're completely unaccustomed to, and we haven't done enough grinding to make them good at their new jobs yet.
And never will.
And while Chris is here objecting to all my grinding, we probably never will. So yeah, that's how things are going. Oh, there's something here that we can't get over, Chris. Have to go the other way. Oh, two of these guys. I mean, Power Break should be helpful. Oh, it's immune. What's the worst they can do, right? Punch us?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh. That's a pretty good punch. Let's get Kamari in here.
I'm very happy for you to level grind off screen.
No. We decided, as a group, that there would be no off-screen level grinding. That off-screen grinding was cheating. And much like when you're out drinking with your friends, where eating is cheating, we don't cheat, Chris. Not a single level off-screen.
It's not really entertaining watching, though, is it?
No, but that's what you're here for, Chris. To provide all the entertainment for all the people.
That's a terrible idea.
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you regale us with stories of your week in lockdown? Of course, Chris is coming to us from Auckland in New Zealand, which has been struck heavily by the burden of coronavirus this last week. It's gone from an absolute paradise.
We've been COVID-free for ages, and now suddenly forced to live like everyone else.
Like the plebeians in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I'm coming to you from the UK, so I am one of those said plebeians. Who's been in lockdown now since just before Christmas. Well, sorry. Tier 4 lockdown since just before Christmas. Tier 3 lockdown since mid-October. So, fun here. But we're not here to talk about coronavirus. Although I would like to know about your afflicted week, Chris.
Well, what can you do? It's
Well, what did you do?
well, I'm in a teaching course. I'm doing the graduate diploma of secondary teaching. So
This is while you're on hiatus from your PhD in classical archaeology at the University of Cincinnati.
yeah.
Just reminding you in case you'd forgotten.
Yes, yeah. It does slip my mind from time to time. So we've been doing lectures online, which I suppose everyone around the world is probably more or less familiar with by now.
But it's a pretty abrupt shift back in Auckland, though, right? Like you were level 0, and then you were level 3, and then you're back down to level 2, then you're back down to level 0, and then you're all the way up at level 3.
1. There's
potato tomato.
there is no level 0 in the system.
We can never be fully sure we've gotten rid of it. Ooh, behemoth.
I mean, everyone treats level 1 as level 0, despite being repeatedly told that they shouldn't.
So, what adjustments were made on the fly in all your courses?
Well, some of them went to.
Oh, Chris, you've dropped out for me. There we are.
Some. Have.
No, you're fine now.
Am I back?
Yep.
Yeah, so some of my courses have gone to live Zoom lectures, some of them have gone to recorded lectures, some of them were already using recorded lectures, so it didn't matter. It's kind of difficult to keep track of because I'm technically in 7 different classes.
And is that usual for your course?
Well, they're all compulsory. And normally that's fine because all of them are sort of smaller than an ordinary undergraduate class. Like, it's not an equivalent workload to 7 undergraduate classes.
Right.
It's just it becomes much more complicated when you go into lockdown and everything changes because all 7 of them are making their own arrangements and emailing you every morning.
It seems odd that they didn't, like, knowing that COVID is a thing everywhere in the world, except for New Zealand prior to the last couple of weeks. It's odd that they didn't have a strategy in place before the start of the term.
They did, but they all had their own strategies.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. It's odd that they didn't have a united strategy at the start of the term. Because surely that's the way you'd do it, right? You'd get together as a course and say, well, maybe this is how we should do this. But apparently not. Everyone knows best.
So it would seem.
Was there even a time before lockdown? Hey, Elena, how are you doing?
Lockdown is everything. In the beginning, there was lockdown.
And the lockdown was the lockdown? I don't know how to extend that. I don't quite remember it off the top of my head. I remember Rupert Nelson reading it.
Let there be lockdown.
I remember Rupert reading it in an assembly. That's about it.
And COVID saw that it was good.
And thus it was. What do we have? Oh, we have some speed spheres. That's right.
Yay.
Last week was marred by the lack of speed. Right. So, I'm wondering, Chris, how much grinding we should do this episode, just because... Do you remember what comes around the corner?
There is a terrifying beastie.
You know what? That was exactly the word that I was going to use. Beastie. There is an absolutely terrifying beastie up around the corner. And to avoid a Seymour situation, For anyone who missed last week, a Seymour situation is where we die 5 times and have to watch the same cutscene over and over again. 5 might
That's
be
got a long
hyperbole.
cutscene as well, doesn't it? This one.
I think so, because it talks about Unalesca, all that jazz.
And arriving at Zanarkand.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I wonder how much we should prepare for that.
I suppose we probably should give it a while.
Or at least I think until the very end of this episode before we try and get that far.
Alright. Seems reasonable.
Do you know what we've
Try
done
and
here,
build
Chris?
up to it.
Do you know what we've done here?
Sorry?
We've gone into the water.
We're fighting some fish again.
Yeah, how well did that work for us last time?
Absolutely terribly.
Exactly. This is gonna be a long one.
It's fine. We're gonna lightning them.
I am gonna try. Rolling Thunder. That looks like a lightning thing. That's a decent chunk of damage there from Riku.
It is. Why is nothing dead?
Because we're at a point where they expect us to be doing thousands of damage with our attacks.
Oh, well, that's not fair at all.
Yeah, it's not. Well, usually it's fair. As Tidus does 500 damage.
Why isn't Tidus using his magic?
Because it doesn't actually do that much, remember? Tidus is a mage, but he's a
That's
bad
exactly
mage.
why he needs to practice it.
Oh, just
So
practice
he'll be
make you...
less terrible.
I didn't know it was one of those RPGs. Oh dear.
And
No,
it reminds
Tidus.
us that fighting fish actually went pretty well once we just started running away from them.
Yeah, but we're not quitters here, Anna.
We are.
Well, I
come from a
know,
line of
you are.
quitters.
There we go. See, we're all back alive again, it's fine. We only have 3 of those items left. Yeah. Let's, oh, that's right, we can use Demi. Bio doesn't hit everyone, does it? No. We can use Demi, and we can figure out how much health everything has left. The answer for that guy in the middle, not very much. Charging. Punch him in the heart.
Murder.
Didn't kill him. Charging.
Just our business. Fair.
That's fine.
But what are they doing when they charge up?
I think they're charging that sonic wave attack, but I can't be sure.
They don't like that.
No, that is a bad thing for us. How did you not die?
How are none of them dead?
Because we're terrible at this. Yeah, Waka getting to do what he does best. White Mage. He only just
Waka's actually he's actually reasonably competent now.
I mean, he's reasonably competent in that he's got a lot of spells and a fair amount of MP. So he doesn't struggle at casting spells as much as he did. Oh, how are you...
What more can we ask for?
How was he not dead? Just a regular Phoenix down. How are we running out of those as well? Oh dear. Oh dear is right. Okay, I think we need to go back to our tactic of running away, Chris. After this battle. We need to dark attack this guy. Otherwise he's going to kill someone. Oh, Maelstrom is a great word and killed 2 people.
Ow. It is a great word though, isn't it?
It is. What does it literally mean?
I have no idea. Shall we find out? Shall we ask Google?
You can ask the Google. I'm sure Anna will tell us if we wait long enough. Quick, Google off between you and Anna.
Delay on the stream.
Yeah, there is a
Let's
little bit of a
see,
delay.
from early modern Dutch. From marlen, to grind or whirl, and stroom, meaning stream.
Oh wow, that's not what I expected. I think I expected something more stormy.
Apparently, it originally denoted a mythical whirlpool in the Arctic Ocean.
That's quite cool. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that's very cool. Interesting that it's from Dutch, though. I mean, I suppose if it's a nautical term, that makes sense. The Dutch, of course, known for their sea sailing ways.
For their nauticling.
Yeah, exactly. And now they're known for their bicycling. So, I mean, how is this fight still going? How much health does this giant fish have? Oh, that much is the answer. Great work, Thunder Mage. Tidus doesn't have a cure. He doesn't have a cure. Just Waka, full health, and let's run away from those guys if we ever find them again.
Yeah, that seems fair. Let's do that. Oh boy.
Escape. Escape. No,
They're
Riku,
gonna be
swim
kind of-
faster.
Oh no. We can't even escape properly.
No, it is pretty dire straits. Oh god, they've left Riku by herself. Get out, Riku, get out! No, that's not out. Oh, Riku's dead. Well, we dead now? No.
Surely
Good.
not.
Good. That's fine. Riku, you stay on 1 health. Oh, right. I remember this one. Oh, you have to hit the 3 panels simultaneously. The person whose color is green goes to the green one. The person whose color is blue goes to the blue one. And the person who's colored red goes to the last one that's available. Theoretically, it has something to do with size, but it also just happens to be their colors.
I thought Walker's was yellow.
No, I'm pretty sure it's red.
Okay.
Although Orin might be red, I guess, since he's got the Mars sigil and Waka has the Jupiter. So maybe. I can see that argument. Ah, captured you, Splasher. Let's use an Albed potion. We've got plenty of those. Oh, I forgot that she had a an alchemy item on. Oh, there we go. Counterattack. General countery and attacky. Another splasher captured. No, not white magic. Thundera. Thundera or Thundara?
I always said Thundara.
Me too. But I never really thought about it. Oh, no. Tidus has leveled up. Goes up the sideline. Use our last speed sphere, so we're now impoverished once again. Come on, get out of the water, team. Nearly there. Oh, good. Right, and now we can go up that little passageway. But first, let's go down and save it. Because we don't want to have to go into the water ever again. Let's get Orin out. He steals things.
Definitely.
Oh, and Riku's dead.
You know,
good.
it would be really nice if this game had an XP share.
Yeah, but not every game can
Like
hold your
Pokemon.
hand like Pokemon does, Chris.
Yeah, but it's so easy in this game anyway to have all your characters get experience from each fight.
I don't know how much logic
Kind
it
of
would
an
make, though.
inconvenience.
How much sense would it make?
Does it need to make sense? Does this game make sense? Why do only 3 of our people fight at a time?
Because we'd massacre everything if it was all of us.
And what is experience? How does experience make sense?
Yes. Experience is the number of fireflies that get released when you kill someone.
Does that mean we're feeding on the souls of the dead?
Yes, Chris, that's what this
That's
entire
good.
game is about.
That's a bit macabre.
I mean, this entire game is quite macabre. Macabre. I mean, it's about a giant thing called sin killing everyone. I think you can forgive us
Well, yeah, but we're
eating.
supposed to be stopping that.
I mean, we're not helping it. We're definitely stopping it. Good work. Yeah, also as Anna so cheekily points out in the chat, you don't need an XP share, Chris, you need an AP share.
What is AP? What does that stand for?
Ability points.
Hmm.
Which I think is slightly more nebulous even than experience points. Oh, good. Good work, Tidus. Okay. Let's get people to attack. Oh,
It's weird because ability points sounds like it should refer to the number of points that you have to spend lighting up spheres on the grid.
but it does. Because once you
No,
get
it's-
past a certain amount of ability points, you gain a sphere grid point.
But you don't have enough to light up like 5,000 of them.
No,
That's not what the
but
ability
like,
points are. The ability points build up to those.
yeah. I think that makes sense. Clearly you disagree. So maybe the sphere grid points should be called ability points. And then what do you call fractions of ability points?
You could just call them experience like every other JRPG.
I think AP is often used for other things as well. AP is used in Final Fantasy VIII for the GFs, as the summons are known in that game. Guardian Forces.
Girlfriends.
Guardian Forces.
Girlfriends.
The magical beings that make you lose memory.
Yeah, your girlfriends.
I mean, magical beings that make you lose memory, girlfriends? Not sure I make that connection, Chris, but sure.
Look, I haven't had one and I have no interest in one. Like, that's your department.
It is. I'm not going to make a joke. I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to fall into that trap.
Too dangerous?
Yeah, she could be. She's definitely not listening or watching. Can safely say that. No, this is her night off. Chris is babysitting me instead.
Yeah, I can imagine needing a night off from you.
Hey. No one asked you to pipe in there, Chris.
That's literally why I'm here.
Ah, I thought you were here to keep me company. Have a good time. Spend some time together.
Exactly.
And chime in from time to time. and hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
The series is supposed to be about friendship, Chris.
No, it's about mean jokes.
Mean jokes and us being terrible at an early 2000s video game.
Yeah.
Sounds about right?
That was your vision, right?
That was indeed my vision, although I didn't quite realize how bad we were going to be. Like, I didn't realize that even at this stage we'd be struggling. I thought, was it Bickering Island was going to be about, like, will we get over the hump, as it were. And yeah, basically everyone just leveled up, so that's always helpful. Ooh, you don't need magic points. Yuna gets nothing. Riku probably does need. Mari also gets nothing, because he can't have nice things. Oh, magic defense. What's over here? Is that magic? Oh, it's magic defense. Do I want that? No. No, Chris. No, we don't want that.
Very well.
Alright.
The sphere grid is very pretty.
I really like it as a system.
Yeah, it's one of the prettier level up systems.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's I think it's a really good way of conceptualizing and making you choose kind of how stats grow and change. I don't think it was done quite as well in 12 when they had a similar but slightly different license system. That's the only other time I can think of it being attempted, really. That being said, I haven't really played anything after 12. I played 13 and that was terrible. But yeah, I think the sphere grid is probably my second favorite way of influencing stats and things, with my favorite being Materia. I really love that whole concept of Final Fantasy VII, and I really like how it's very much tied into the story of the game and the world of the game too. Whereas the sphere grid's a little bit less part of the world, except that it says sphere and they use spheres. What are your thoughts?
Not
Played,
much beyond that, to be honest.
Because you've played 7 and watched and heard about 8. Played 10. Played any others?
Some of the earlier ones. I played, I think it's 4.
They have a lot. They have a much more basic system of just leveling up, though, right? Those early ones?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have any speed spheres anymore. Sorry, Aaron. Good. A Pokemon-esque system. Oh, speaking of which,
I do think I might.
No. You keep going on your thought. I can change topics
I was
after
going to
that.
say that I thought I might play the remake of 7 once it's been out for a while and the price has come down a bit.
Is it on Switch, which is what your console of choice?
I think it is, but I think you can also just get it on Steam.
Really? I didn't think you could.
I think you can.
But I'll check.
I will check that.
I mean, that does seem to be a natural thing to go on to from this. So we'll see. If you want to hang out, play that, and I can critique it and be mad at it. Sounds wonderful, I know. All right.
Oh no, I am mistaken. It doesn't seem to be on Steam.
Yeah, I didn't think it was out on PC at this stage.
But yeah, it is definitely on Switch though, right?
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like, I think I've seen it there. Ooh, just stealing from these guys, and he's gonna punch us. Good. Don't punch Riku. Oh, why did you punch the one person? Oh, I didn't want him to punch. What was I going to transition to? That's what I was going to transition into. Speaking of older style, just level up, stat up games, it's been a week. Last week on the stream, Chris watched the Pokemon news, not live, but as live. It was his first reaction to the announcement of the new games. You've had a week, Chris. What are your thoughts? Have they changed much since your first look?
I will get to that in a second. I am
Sound distracted.
Yeah, no, I'm just still looking at what platforms the Final Fantasy VII remake is on. I think it may actually be only for PlayStation 4 and 5.
Oh, really? I thought that they would have come to an arrangement with Nintendo as well, but
yeah, yeah, if that's the case, then I'm definitely not investing in a PlayStation just for that.
yeah.
I didn't even own a TV in America, so.
Oh, it's been so long since I've owned a TV. In fact, that's not even correct. I've never owned a TV. The last time I had a TV in my house, I've rented places where there were TVs, which I suppose is basically the same thing. Ooh, that's a nice weapon.
Is it?
Yeah, strength plus 5, piercing and counterattack. In fact, I might put that on Auron right now. But yes, Pokemon, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know that my thoughts have changed that much.
What's gone?
They'll be upon us soon.
Oh dear.
She has sent
Who's
fiends
they?
to test our summoner's strength.
The fiends
How dare they?
She?
of Lady Unalesca.
Unalesca.
Dun dun dun.
Unalesca.
In Xanarkand, she awaits the arrival of the strongest.
She is still alive?
Ah,
As much as Micah.
to the strongest.
I see.
Lady Unalesca waits for Alexander's heir.
Mm.
You know how well that ended.
Me now.
Braska would be proud.
Famously a poor
I
decision.
must not let him down.
Famously, a very poor decision. We've missed a whole bunch of items, so I'm going to go back and see if we can get those items. I don't really remember how.
Fair enough. So is this near the end of the cave then?
Flan. I suppose so. Who knows?
So
Run away.
we want to hang around here for at least another half hour, right?
Yeah, we'll have one shot at beating the big bad.
The beastie. The
Yeah, the
timorous
big-
beastie.
Yeah, the big bad beastie. Yeah, we'll have one shot and see how that goes. So you were saying your thoughts haven't really changed that much.
Yeah,
Yeah, what were those thoughts, to remind us?
Well, my feeling on remakes of Diamond and Pearl was always that I was a little bit lukewarm on them. I wasn't convinced that we needed them. I didn't think there was a lot of artistic merit, particularly in making them. So I'm kind of satisfied with the decision they've made to just have another studio that is not Game Freak to handle those games, and make them like very straightforwardly just remasters essentially of Diamond and Pearl without a lot of alteration.
Well, that we can see, right?
So far, yeah.
Because there's there's no telling what they could do with the what's the upside down dimension called? The distortion world. There's no telling what they could do with that. That could be an entire open region. They could make that the wild area, which I think actually would be quite cool.
Yeah, I don't think it would make sense with what's established though, because there's no Pokemon there except for Giratina.
Yeah, but who knows what they tell us in this game? How they mess it up.
That's true.
Never underestimate the ability of game companies to mess up remakes and sequels. Final Fantasy VII. Now, can we go that way? Is that way being fixed back up? Is my question.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know you don't know, but that's the question that I'm going to beg next once we go back to that save point. Lulu, go! Send your little Moogle. 200 damage. Alright. Oh, jeebus. See, that's a good amount of damage. Everyone, look at Auron. He's carrying us right now.
Which isn't even supposed to be his job.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely not supposed to be his job.
Should have just made him a white mage.
Well, we were going to, right? We were going to, until we figured out that we didn't have anywhere for Riku to go. Which is why Auron knows Cure, is that he started out on the path of a white mage and then had to be detoured across to Thief. Just so that things made slightly less sense, right? I think Riku was actually going to be our equivalent of Auron, so was going to be our physical attacker. But we decided that the story dictated to us that we needed to use her as a thunder-only mage to get over the trauma of her childhood.
Clearly a wise decision.
I mean, let's not get into how wise or otherwise various decisions we make are, Chris. Let's just kind of experience life as we go through it.
Is that what we're doing?
I think so. And look, Lulu got some more strength. She's up to 22 now. That is nearly as much as
almost
Auron.
as much as Auron starts with.
I was about to say exactly that. Hey, she's not the lowest in our party. And that's saying something. Alright, let's see what's to the right. Nope. We want none of this.
What do you mean?
We don't want to fight this guy.
Of course we want this.
No we don't. Lulu knows how to run away, and she will do so. Oh dear, that's what's here.
Oh good, more fish.
Oh look, dry land. And 2 chests. A return sphere, so useful. And a recovery ring that we need to make room for. HP stroll, that's not very good. But we'll sell for lots of money. We really need to sort out our equipment situation.
I don't think I didn't realize your inventory could be full in this game.
Yep, it can be. It absolutely can be, and we've done it.
Congratulations.
I know. I mean, it takes some doing, but we've done it. Just mostly, I think, because I've not been bothered recently to sit down and sell all our damn weapons. And who knows, if I'd actually sold them all, we may have had enough money for Yojimbo, which is something that I didn't think about. But you know, hindsight's 2020 and all that, and we all know how bad 2020 was.
Yeah.
Come on,
That
Archie, bring
year
it.
is going to totally ruin the reputation of hindsight.
It is. Single-handedly.
No one is ever going to want to look back on anything again.
Yeah, the worst. Yeah, no, forgive that joke. It is low-hanging fruit, I know. Oren is back.
I foresee no difficulty.
Thank you, Oren. Oh, Oren's got his limit up. We can shooting star something next. That always makes you feel better, Chris. Geronimo can come out, Geronimo can try this weed, and then we'll be done. Although, we've still got another 20 minutes of grinding or so until we get round that cliff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm optimistic. We need to find some more speed spheres, though.
I'm not optimistic at all. We are definitely going to die.
Oh, no, we're definitely going to die. I'm pretty sure this thing knows regen as well. Which I always said Regan as like a bad pronunciation of regain. But no, it's regeneration. The shortened form of that. Sadly, and I have corrected
when we were
myself.
playing this together in high school for a while, Jonathan said it rain.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Like the reign of a king or queen.
Yeah. Wonder how he logicked that one.
I don't know.
Oh well, we all mispronounce things from time to time. It's actually one of my favorite drunk conversations.
Mispronouncing things.
Yeah, things that you commonly mispronounce, or things that sound funny mispronounced, but make sense.
Like misled.
Yeah, misled is my favorite because it's misled, but misled means something not very different, but distinct, I think, than misled. If you've misled someone, it's on purpose. Deliberate, you've gone out of your way to misle them. And if you've been misled, you've been tricked. Misled can be innocent.
When you mislead someone?
No, misled can be innocent. Misled, no way.
Having been misled can be innocent, but misleading someone, I think, is rarely innocent.
Yeah, I'll accept. But misled, never. I'm standing fast on this point. If you're a misler, you're a terrible person. No misling. You had one.
My favorite is years long.
What is that?
Years long.
Oh, years long. It's
Or when it's written down, years long, which is absolutely horrible, and I hate it.
It is horrible. You actually had one that you used to say that I remember very clearly.
Oh?
Mishap.
Mishap?
Yeah.
How did I say mishap?
Say it like it's written.
Mishap?
Mishap.
I have never said mishap.
Yeah, you definitely did. Maybe it was...
No.
And then there's also misshapen and mishappen.
Oh, I think that might be what you're thinking of. Because I definitely did hear people pronounce that mishappen as a child. And picked that up for a while.
Mishappen.
I have never said mishap.
I'm pretty sure you've said mishap.
You're making that one up.
Me making things up in front of my loyal
I'll
audience.
The other one, but this one is your hallucination.
Of course, epitome is a famous one.
I also have never said that.
No, I'm not accusing you of saying that one. But yeah, epitome.
Epitome is great. Clearly how it should be pronounced.
I mean, clearly how it should be pronounced. Trying to think of more off the top of my head. It's been a long time since I've been out drinking with people in real life. So it's been a while since I've had this conversation. I don't know, in the chat, if you what are some that you can think of? I think we've hit a lot of the main ones. Meiselt is still my favorite by a long way. It's going to take a lot to beat Meiselt. Although there are a bunch of English place names that make no sense how they're written, and I'm sure Elena here will agree that going through if on a train journey you see things written down and you're like, oh, okay, so my stop's after this thing, then you hear it said and you're lucky if you catch on. Like, I live in Alnwick, spelt Alnwick.
Alnwick.
That's on the River Aln, said Aln, but Alnwick. And just down the road is Almouth.
Something I've seen suggested but never tried is to just open Google Maps on England and zoom in on something and see what you can find.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure you can find some amazing ones.
Let's see, we've got Long Buckby. No Bottle, that's a good one.
No bottle.
No Bottle. Someone must have run out of booze.
Not some bottle, no bottle. Oh dear, we're in a bit of trouble here.
Loddington, I love that.
Loddington. I think I've seen Loddington.
Have you been there?
No, I don't think.
It's,
Anna says she's ironically said anecdote for anecdote.
Anecdote, that's fantastic.
Anecdote. There we go. That's really good. I like that a lot. Oh, Luga Baruga. That's the best. Eleanor, have you ever been to Luga Baruga? I myself have never been to Luga Baruga, but I've played against people from Luga Baruga. Luga Barugans, they're called.
Oh, hit her toe. Excellent.
Or hit her too.
No, hit her toe.
Could be.
You know, it's what happens when your girlfriend stubs her toe. Hit her toe.
Ah, right. Luga Baruga still wins. Although the number of times you hear, particularly Americans, I have to say, pronounce Edinburgh. Like, it's the capital of Scotland. It's not like it's some out-of-the-way place. And
Actually,
I can
mentioning Americans mispronouncing British things has reminded me of a fun story.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
One of my lecturers in Cincinnati, when he was very young and went to stay at the American school in Athens, was introduced to the great Mycenaean pottery scholar Penelope Mountjoy. And someone convinced him, somehow, that Mountjoy was one of those weird British names with an incomprehensible pronunciation. Like St. John or one of those words like Worcester, where you don't pronounce any of the letters.
So I'm trying not to laugh at Eleanor in the chat. You keep telling your story.
So someone convinced him that Penelope Mountjoy had one of these weird, unpronounceable names and told him a pronunciation that he later repeated in her presence, that it was pronounced Mungie. And she later acquired the nickname in the American school of the Munge.
That's not a nice thing to call someone. Oh, that's not a nice thing to call someone. Oh wow, Yuna's nearly finished her journey around Walker's Sphere Grid.
Excellent. Good for her.
It tells you how much...
Only competent person here.
Oh, yeah. Including all of us, apparently, based on this chat. Yeah, it's hitherto. Like, hither, then two on the end, is how you pronounce that word, Elena.
I wonder if you can generalize that. I wonder if there's is there a wither too?
I believe there is. I believe there is. But it also doesn't really make much sense because it means hither just means to here, right?
Well, that's what hither means.
Yeah, so hitherto is tautological.
Why do we have the word then?
English. English.
Because it's sort of metaphorically in modern English come to mean like to here, up to this point in time.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great one, Elena. Aristotle pronounced like Chipotle.
Oh, yes, Aristotle.
I like the reverse though. I like to insist clearly Chipotle's not a Mexican restaurant, but it's actually a Greek philosopher.
¿Por qué no los dos?
I mean,
Aristotle and Chipotle.
You'll be thrust upon the shoulders of Greeks and Mexicans everywhere. No, I wonder how far you could get in a conversation. Probably not with classicists, but with other people, quoting lines from the great philosopher Chipotle or Chipotle. Although it would be a Kai, wouldn't it? So it would be pronounced with a disgusting hacking noise. Yeah, that one.
Chipotle.
Ugh. Not a nice sound. What was I thinking? I was thinking something. Forgotten. What were we talking about? What were we doing?
There's that meme of like pronouncing words as if they were the names of Greek heroes. Like with the "clees" ending.
I think I've seen that. I was thinking of the Vine guy who used to do mispronouncing groceries. And there are some fantastic ones of that.
Here we go. Obstacles, hopsicles, tentacles, motorcycles, debacles, testicles.
Testicles is fantastic.
Here we go. Popsicles said to Spectacles, "Can you see what's going on over there?" And Spectacles replied, "Vehicles is trying to drive away, but Tentacles won't let him go. Barnacles insists on coming along, and Obstacles is in the way. You don't have to be Oracles to see what'll happen next."
Yeah, very good. Very good. No, I do think that if you have the time, you should look up the mispronouncing groceries guy, because that is worth a lot of time. I mean, it's wasted time, but it is quite amusing, and we all need something amusing just during these trying times. I was interrupted during my Luga Baruga thing, which is another James Acaster bit, as Eleanor knows.
Luga Baruga.
Luga Baruga, Edinburgh, and Glasgow. Glasgow.
Great glass cow of Glasgow.
Yeah, basically.
What else do we got? I've still got the map of England open here. What do we got? Great Ponton. That's not bad.
Well, there's
Barrowby Stenwith.
Oh, that's a great one. There are also, though, American names that are spelt literally, right? Or pretty much literally.
Dogdyke.
Dogdyke.
That sounds like a slur.
You know what? I think it might be a slur. Like, it can't be positive.
What were you going to say?
I was saying, there are some American names that are spelt literally, though, like spelt phonetically. The one that got me was, do you know the borough ending in English? That, I mean, of course, it comes from Berg, that kind of thing.
Baruga. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that in some American towns, and I'm forgetting off the top of my head. It's actually where Cam, one of my dear friends, used to live. That was Boro. That was how they spelt that.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. Which, you know what? Fair.
I mean, fair if you.
Please.
And that's how we get languages separating, is people deciding to spell things like that. Because it is quite difficult to link that back to, haha! All you did was make me stronger.
Oh, I just found Waplode.
Sorry, what?
Whaplode, all one word. Waplode.
Ah. I mean, it does sound like a lot. To be fair.
It's,
Waplode.
Where is it? It's a little way outside Peterborough.
Ah, Peterborough. I've been on a train now. Waplode. Yeah, and Scottish makes no sense. Mostly because it's spoken drunk and it was then written drunk later.
Okay.
That's fair, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Fair generalization of the Scots. I mean, I lived amongst them. Yeah. We were talking in our work.
Waplode St. Catherine.
There are 2 Waplodes.
I wonder what she did to deserve that.
There are 2 Waplodes. I assume they're quite close to one another.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. What a silly language we speak, Chris.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have these problems in Latin, that's for sure. Just trying to think. Do you have these problems in Latin? Not to my knowledge. Come on, Kimari. Use haste on... Not the Archu, Tidus.
There's Saffron Walden, which I know from a Brian Laurie sketch.
Where is that?
It is a little way south of Cambridge.
What was going on in the sketch?
It was about a father trying to get his adult son to leave home. And he comes up with this crazy story about how he's the chosen one and needs to go to Saffron Walden so he can fight the Destroyer.
So basically Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Alright. One interesting thing that just struck me is that of that era of British comedy, it's Mr. Bean that's really stayed around. Mr. Bean's the one that is, I mean, undeniably, I think, the most well-known of that kind of early... I mean, it was early 90s, right?
Well,
comedy.
Mr. Bean is great because you don't need to speak English to understand him.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it definitely has that. Whereas Fry and Laurie is often quite clever and wordplay. So I suppose it's got that against it. But like it does strike me for how successful those two have been since then. A bit of Fry and Laurie is not even in the top kind of 3 or 4 things that either of them have done. Ooh, that's gonna be quite useful there. Which, I mean, on the one hand, it speaks to how prolific they've been. Sorry, I'm actually going to save it here. How prolific they've been across their careers.
Like, I guess Stephen Fry would probably be best known as the QI host.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yeah, I think 100% that's what
Hugh
Stephen
Laurie,
Fry... House.
Probably best known for House.
Yeah. I don't even think there's a probably there. I think that's definitively their 2 most well-known roles. I mean, you might know Stephen Fry is an audiobook person as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just thinking about that. Hugh Laurie is a jazz musician. I mean, both of them from Blackadder. Because, again, Blackadder's, I think, had more staying power culturally than a bit of Fry and Laurie did. Or has had. I mean, it might just be something about the sketch show formula. Like, we talk about the Monty Python movies, not their sketches, right? For the most part. Even though a lot of their movies were just sketches.
Holy Grail, right?
Holy Grail, Life of Brian, and then Meaning of Life, which is basically a series of sketches, is slightly further down. Or at least that's my opinion.
Hazelbury Plucknet.
Oh, Chris, we've got a movie. Watch the movie.
Have we?
It comes.
Right.
It comes.
Oh, we're here. We're doing this.
Yeah, apparently.
And there isn't a great big cutscene.
No, Oren just says, "It comes!" Which,
Well, that's good. When you die, it won't be such a hassle to try again.
I love how it uses an attack first move that... Yep, cool. We're in trouble.
Already. Excellent.
Oh, this is such an ass way to start a battle. Oh god, it didn't even cure the things I was trying to cure. Oh, that's good. He smacked us and cured us of the things we were trying to cure. Steal from this turbo ether. And I'm going to say ether, not ether. 40,000 high physical and magic defense. Riku used Thundara.
It's not very effective.
No, it's not. Who can come in next? So, okay, so Kamari and Lulu are cursed. That's what that status is.
What does that do?
You can't use overdrives.
Well, their overdrives aren't that great anyway.
Yeah, they're not, but...
But it's the principle of the thing.
I mean, it is the principle of the thing, but it's vulnerable to poison, says Anna. Good job you've told me that. Poison the dick.
Do something.
Oh god, mana breath. Gonna breathe mana at us.
Bad. Ow.
That's a lot of damage. Haha, take 2,000.
At least it only hits one character.
Life
You can deal
on
with that.
Lulu. Yeah, exactly. But I imagine it also has some kind of tail swipey attack. Oh, 600 damage. Good. Oh, and it's assuring itself. That's not fair. To quote Chris.
To be
okay.
honest, like, forcing it to spend its actions casting as sooner is not that bad.
No, you're right. You're right.
I think we can keep poisoning it for that.
You are right. Alright. Lulu, just use Lancet. Just because I'm trying to get it to use a move, so she gets... Oh, there we go. Tail Sweep, as predicted. There's about 1,000 damage.
It's fine.
It is fine. It is fine.
This thing is mostly difficult because it's really tanky, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Tanky and has that one attack that kills you. Mana Breath. I'm not sure how often it uses Photon Wings, which is the next key thing. Oh god. Okay, Yuna's fine. That is fine. Let's get Anna out here. Come on, Anna.
Absolutely. Do your bit.
Ooh, Reflect might be important at some point because it casts. I think it's Regen health. As I said, which heals 10,000 damage.
Oh, so
Which is
if
a lot.
we cast Reflect on it, then the thing that casts on itself will fail.
Yeah,
right?
which I guess is the same with the Asuna as well. So, Anna, once you die,
Does Waka have Reflect yet?
yes, I say tentatively. Oh, Kuriga. It's not Regen. It's Kuriga.
Okay.
It would be great if this just worked the whole time. Aha! Cheese tactics.
This is actually just...
Anna, you
This
might
is
win this
easy.
battle for us. Oh no, tail sweep. Aha, missed.
Our Aeons really are ridiculous, aren't they?
They are quite ridiculous. Like, we should not be doing 7,000 damage to this thing. Oh, sad times. I'm gonna get greedy. I'm getting greedy.
How's
I want to overkill this thing.
Oh. With the giant laser?
Yep. Oh,
You know I
no.
love the giant laser.
Apparently Tidus wants to kill it with counterattack.
Nice.
Oh, of course he does. No, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't want that experience. Sorry, AP. Tidus, what have you done? You fool.
Hey, can't we rest a little?
Oh, Tidus.
No need. We reach the summit soon.
I know. That's why I want to stop for a bit.
Oh, what's he done?
There's not much time left.
I'm gonna be so mad if that's also a level 3 key
I'll
sphere
think on the way.
that he's lost us. So much AP! Oh, Tidus, I hate you. Oh, it's only a return sphere, thank God. Ah, damn it, Tidus. What are the odds? He only does about 300 damage.
Hey, come on, let's go.
Ah, also vulnerable to cheese. There we go.
We've come a long way.
Lactose intolerant monsters.
So funny.
You remind me of myself. Before, the
Oh,
closer
nice
I
work,
came to
Anna.
Zanarkand, the more I wondered. When we arrive, Braska will call the final Aeon. He will fight sin, then die.
Getting some insights
I
into
thought my
young
mind
Orin.
was made up long before. But when I stood here, my resolve wavered.
Never would have figured. Legendary Guardians choke sometimes too, huh?
Legendary.
Legendary Guardian. I was just a boy. A boy about your age, actually. I wanted to change the world too. But I changed nothing. That is my story.
You'd think Orin would have some thicker facial hair growing abilities. Like, it's very wispy, isn't it?
Well, They are Japanese.
Tidus. What are you trying to say, Chris?
I think Japanese people don't normally have that much facial hair, do they?
Ah.
A city dead for 1,000 years.
Akina City.
A city I had to see with my own eyes. The end of Yuna's journey.
Dun, dun, dun.
The last chapter in my story.
Until we want to write an unnecessary sequel.
My thoughts, they kept floating up and then slipping through my fingers.
That's not his story, though.
Slipping away.
No, that's true.
Before
That's
I
true.
could pin them down with words.
This is unusually eloquent for Tidus.
Yuna, I say no.
Normally
He's been thinking about it for a while.
Then you'll...
Normally, doesn't he just laugh?
Hmm.
I think someone recently did a video essay on like the tragic laughter of
And I
Tidus,
thank you, but
how it interpreted him as a someone suffering from basically PTSD this entire trip,
Sanarkand.
and how awful
I
things
can buy
just
that.
keep happening to him.
Saying we shouldn't go.
Mm.
But should we think
That-
about it some more?
I think I've said
Basically-
this before, but the
There's
older
gotta be
I
some
get
kind of way
coming
we
back to
can
this
save you,
game
Yuna.
again and again, the more I just want to give Tidus a
All my
hug.
life, I knew this moment would come.
Because you think about it,
Thank you.
in his mind, he was playing in the final of the Blitzball Cup.
Thank you for
Mm.
everything.
And in the middle of the final, it was just about to be his great moment
Don't say
when his entire city was destroyed and attacked by fiends.
that yet.
He was abducted and taken to the middle of nowhere where he nearly froze to death.
Tell Sid.
Was attacked by another giant fiend. Was assaulted by Riku and her Albed friends. Was fed. Works as a slave for them for a day.
Please.
Then was attacked again by Sin, woke up floating on a tropical island where he met a pretty girl who was in trouble, saved the pretty girl, kind
Let's
of,
go.
was told off for being an infidel. Oh. A sphere. And then went on this journey. So instead of ending with a boss fight, looks like we're ending with some touching cutscenes.
Sir Orin, Kimari told me, when my father wanted me taken from Bavel to Besaid, it was you who told Kimari, right? I had always wanted to meet you someday. I am truly glad that I had that chance. Having you as a guardian was so great an honor. I don't know how to thank you. Perhaps
How does
if I
Yuna know
defeat
this
Sin,
this early?
that
They've
will
been
be my
hanging out for
thanks to
half a
you.
day.
That's what I'll do.
Mm.
Yes. I will challenge Sin. I will defeat Sin. If you are all there watching this, then I guess Sin is already gone. And so am I. I suppose. Anyway, I just wanted to say, Sir Orin, I thank you. Kimari, do you remember the first day we met? I was only
I never
7.
cry.
My father had
This is a
defeated
very
Sin,
well written scene.
and all Bavel was celebrating. Everyone was saying what a hero my father was. I was so happy. But when night came, it occurred to me. My father had defeated Sin, and now he was dead. Now I was all alone. I couldn't sleep. So I wandered into the town.
Pretty dick
away
move from
the
Braska.
celebrating crowds.
Mm.
I stood on the bridge in Bavel.
Surely you
Where
you
my
take
father and I
Yuna
had
somewhere
parted,
that she's going to be looked after and
standing
safe before you take on
I
sin.
could see the fields where he had fought sin.
Definitely not.
Then you appeared,
Yeah,
Kamari.
apparently not.
You said you
Gotta
were looking
traumatize
for
her
the
so she
daughter
can
of
become a summoner
Braska,
too.
Remember? At first, I was so scared. Until I realized what a gentle person you are. You weren't used to talking to children. When I told you that I was Braska's daughter, you said you would take me as far from Bavel as you could. That it was the wish of a man facing death. I think I cried then.
Ooh, little
Because
does
that-
she know. It's
That
not
was
her
when I knew
father.
my father was dead, and I would never see him again. You just held me without saying a word. I cried after we got to Besaid, too. When you tried to go, after leaving me in the care of the temple, I held on to you crying, "Don't go, don't go." And you listened, Kimari. You stayed. Kimari, thank you.
Mari's the real
Thank you
MVP.
so
What is
much.
Kamari's deal?
And I've always liked your broken horn.
What do you mean? What is this deal?
Waka, Lulu.
Was he Braska's friend?
No.
I'll never
He
forget
found
my days
Orin
spent
as
with
Orin
you.
climbed back over
Oh
the
yeah,
mountain.
you're right. That's right. Yeah.
We always played together, us and Chapu. That's why
And
I
you
was
just figured,
always
okay,
so
I'm looking
happy
after Yuna
that
now.
they
This.
cared about me. You were like my big brother and sister.
No.
No, I think you really were my big brother and sister. What else?
I don't know. What else, you know?
I love watching you play blitzball, Waka.
No.
I even love it when you scold me, Lulu. Really.
This would be such a bittersweet thing for them to watch if
The
they,
newest guardian.
if she had given it to them after
Star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
she had died.
Hmm.
I am... Well, I'm
Shame she
glad-
didn't think to re-record this after Riku had joined.
Glad to be back. We haven't even known each other that long, but
Or, you know, at any time.
it's funny. So this is what it feels like. It's a much more wonderful feeling than anything I had ever imagined. Wonderful. But it hurts sometimes. I wonder. I just want to say thank you for everything.
Yeah. I'm surprised this video isn't green.
Hmm.
Maybe that's why it hurts. When I think about us never being together again at all. I'm afraid. No, I shouldn't say that. I'll do that part over.
Yeah. And then Tidus just interrupts.
Whoops.
What you up to?
Our sphere's third person like that.
Hmm. Magic.
Oh, that was such a long cutscene, my controller went to sleep. Look at my city. What have you done to it, you maniacs? You blew it up. Damn you all. Damn you all to hell. It's such a bad line reading. I can't remember. Like, it's a classic movie line. It's an awful line reading. Oh, look. We've seen this place. In episode 1. So long ago, Chris wasn't even here for it. So long ago. that Final Fantasy Fridays wasn't a thing, and this was pre-recorded. We weren't live streaming. Almost a year ago, I think. It might be a year ago. Crazy. Crazy.
Probably.
That piano music. This is just before Tidus tells them the story of their last week.
It's really only been a week.
We try to figure this out all the time. So if we start from when he met Riku, that's a day until he arrives on Besaid. They spend an evening. They spend one night and head off the next morning in Besaid. There's a day traveling to and burying all the dead in Kilika. Then I assume there's a day between Kilika and arriving at Luca. Then the tournament is a day. And it's a question of whether you think the tournament is a day and it's the next day that they head off, or whether the tournament's like half a day and the evening of that day is what they spend at that chocobo
Listen to my
at
story.
Rin's store.
I think that must be the next day,
This
right?
Yeah,
may
okay,
be our last
give them
chance.
that. Then Project Mihin's the next day, and you spend the night at Jose Temple. And then I don't think you sleep in Guado Salam, but I think you sleep in the Thunder Plains.
Hey, there was more, right? I mean, like that time. Anyone?
But yeah. So that's what? That's maybe 7 days there.
Stop.
And if you say that you spend a night
Maybe.
on
For
on
now.
the ship looking for Yuna, maybe 2 days in jail. Night now, so Gagazet takes a day.
Let's go.
Yeah, I've lost count.
I think it's about 10 days. About 10 days is what I want to say. Oh, controller fell asleep again. Here you go. The first stream apparently was the 22nd of March. Is that the first stream or the first Final Fantasy episode that I did? Which wasn't a stream. Surely we didn't stream together as early as March.
No, I wouldn't have been able to.
No, you were still in the United States. Oh, good. Still got some of these beasties. To use a criticism. Skip.
Well then, what next?
I don't know.
And that there was a long gap between you doing your first videos of this and us starting streaming.
Yeah, and there was a huge gap because I did a whole lot of cricket stuff. Which I'm still trying to do a little bit of. There you go, March 22nd, so not quite a year. Yeah, I'm still trying to do a little bit of cricket stuff. I did a stream on Sunday. Just for the cricket guys from back home. To keep a sense of community there. I say back home. Day 10 at sunset is reaching Xanakin, says Anna. So I was about right.
Sure.
So yeah, wow. So Tidus is, week and a half. Why does it take summoners that long then? Why aren't summoners 10 days? I mean, I suppose you could say that's how hard a thing it is to do. We've just done it in 10 days. Surely, if you take your time, you could do it in... Alright. breaking through there.
And honestly, I choose to believe it has been longer than that, and we just don't see it every time they sleep.
But we see so many sunsets and sunrises that you can actually count them.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, they make a point of noting the passage of time at some instances. I think it's fair to assume that they make it all. And yeah, according to the official wiki, it's 10 days. Yuna is our strongest team member.
That is not unexpected.
I mean, she's still only 36 strong, but she is our strongest team member.
Whose track is she on?
She's just finished Waka's. You'd imagine Kamari will be stronger, but he's not very far down Oran's yet. And because in Oran's it comes in bunches of 4s, whereas everyone else there's a whole lot of little strength things early on. I do love the soundtrack. This is one of my favorite areas. Not official wiki, fan analysis. I'm waving my finger at that, my hand at that, and details. Details. So it's been a week since I launched my podcast, my brand new podcast, Chris. And we've had, I mean, before dinner today was the last time I checked, and we'd had 50 listeners over that time, which, you know, for a privately done podcast is not terrible in its first week. Have you listened yet, Chris?
I have not.
You're a bad friend.
And I will not today either.
You're a bad friend.
Yes, I am.
Zoom. Oh look, we're going into the old... Because everything's about Blitzball. There we go. July 10th was the first time we streamed together, Chris.
Close enough.
I can believe that.
It is... Yeah. The way they reimagined Zanarkand is gorgeous. Oh, jeez. Stabby McStabhead's here again. Tidus. Now, it's inside Sin that there's a variant of these guys that cast Meteor when you kill them.
Bastards.
I mean, it's the height of bastardry to cast something after you're dead. It's one of those, like RPG things, like Confusion in Pokemon, that is more annoying to you than it can ever be when you use it. Although, in Final Fantasy VII, Final Attack Materia, absolute gold.
What does that do?
So it gives you an attack after your character who has it is knocked out. So what you'd normally do... Okay, he's immune to that. Okay, we're going to die. That's fine. What you'd normally do is give it... connect Final Attack to full life. So that as soon as when you were knocked out, you'd use full life and then be healed. But there was also a summon called Phoenix, which casts life, not full life, but regular life, on all of your characters when it was used. So you'd have at least one person with Final Attack Phoenix, and it would give you kind of an extra round of lives. Which is always handy.
stuff.
And you'd use, depending on how much experience your materia had gained, was how many times you could use final attack. So if you only had 1 star final attack, you could use it once. More stars was more uses. Anaphysic confusion, very effective in Pokemon for punching above your weight. It certainly was once upon a time. Less useful. Parafusion is less useful now, right? Than it used
Yeah,
to be.
because the percentages are lowered.
Yeah.
I think confusion only triggers 33% of the time now rather than 50.
I mean, it's still not terrible, right? But at the same time, I'm just figuring out where I'm going. That way, okay. At the same time, it's useful in one-on-one battles, but terrible for general in-game gameplay, right? Or less useful.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
So it's useful for if you're fighting other people. Like in the meta game, it's more useful than it is outside of the meta.
Potentially, it depends. Like if you've got an under-leveled team and you're going up against the Elite Four, it can be useful, which I think is what Anna's saying.
Yeah.
Let's end this.
Anna doesn't know about all this recent Pokemon nonsense. Woman after my own heart. I'm trying to figure out if I get back in with Pokemon Snap, or if I wait till the next generation of Nintendo Switches is a thing. Because we
You
can't.
don't have to Switch, do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think I would buy one just for Snap.
No, I don't think so either. But the Switch, like the Switch, not XL, but the next version of the Switch is due out pretty soon, and has been for a while, as far as I'm aware. So I think that's what I'd be looking at. And you'd have a friend to play Pokemon with again, Chris.
I do have friends to play Pokemon with.
Chris, don't lie.
You're not my
amongst-
only friend, Jim.
Sure. Well, I'm glad you believe that, Chris. Oh, man. Every time it's
I'm
a...
also the only one who pays attention to my writing.
Well, I mean, I have to. I've got the name of editor. By the way, we're just going to keep going until I find a save point, which is coming up quite soon. But not super... Well, in the next 5 minutes, we'll come to a save point. Just in case anyone's worried about us going over time. Chris.
I'll live.
Oh, good. I'm glad you will.
I'm aware of the situation.
So you guys back down to level 1 now?
No, we as of today we're in level 3 still.
Oh, I thought I'd seen something in the New Zealand Herald that you guys were going back down very soon.
Yeah, I think tonight we return to level 2. Or tomorrow morning.
Good. That's what we like to hear. Meanwhile, in the UK, we've found the 4th variant of COVID since COVID was a thing. Because we've got basic,
very exciting.
we've got basic COVID, we've got British COVID, we've got
British plus COVID.
no, not quite. So
Super deluxe COVID.
no, South African COVID.
Mm.
Oh, there's a save point. Easy. And now Brazilian COVID.
Excellent.
I know, go us. Brazilian COVID, like South African COVID, seems to be resistant in some way to some of the vaccinations. So, yay.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. And there's a save point. I'm going to save our game. And that's going to be us for another week. Chris, what do you have going on over at PokemonArchival.com?
At the moment, not much because I am dying and I need to do my coursework in the real world.
So by the sounds of it, you have part 2 of your Dark Council article. That is your highest supporters on Patreon, coming up in the near future.
I hope so.
In the near future, I'm going to hang out there. What's that article about?
It's about the integration of the Mega Evolution and Z move and Dynamax mechanics of generations 6, 7, and 8 into the story of the games.
So that's your 2-part series looking into the quote-unquote flagship mechanics of the last 3 generations. Part 1 already up over there at PokemonArchival.com. Of course, go there for any of your Pokemon questions, theories, and just general Chrissy-ness. Does that sound fair, Chris?
Yeah, that is me.
Coming up on 10 years of content is probably... He's answered everything. Every question, at least once. And he started to do it twice.
Never ends. No, it never ends.
But yeah, that's Chris. That's where you can find him. I'm Jim the Editor. You can find me here. I don't think I'll be doing anything in the next week or so. So we'll see you back here every Friday, same time, 8 p.m. GMT. If you want to check out my brand new podcast, it is called All About Energy. You can find that on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, anywhere that you find good podcasts except for Spotify, or on the energyethics.ac.uk website /podcast. Yeah, that's us for another week. Do you have anything to say to the people?
Don't die.
Stay safe. We'll see you next week.